everyone, welcome to Definition Ale. I'm Stephen Rich, and this is Real Beer. And that's Real Beer. Today we're going to review one of the more preeminent beers that's ever hit the craft beer market, the Dogfish Head 60-Minute IPA. It may be one of the first big hoppy IPAs to ever hit the market, and may still be the best. Year over year, it's consistent, it's delicious, always been one of my favorites, so let's give it a crack and see how it is. As you can already see, beautiful beer. It's perfectly transparent in color. It's got that golden kind of burnt honey, little bit of amber shining in there. It's kind of caramelly right in the center. Beautiful beer to look at. It really hits the style perfectly, if not defines the style. So the 60-minute, as shown on the front, is a continually hopped IPA. What Dogfish Head does is during the 60-minute boil, they're adding small amounts of hops to it from the 60-minute mark all the way down to the very end of the boil continuously. As far as I know, they were the first guys to do it. A lot of breweries do that now, whether they do it in their own style or the exact Dogfish Head way. Dogfish really was the first guys to actually bring that into the market. So let's see how this is. The aroma is big and classic West Coast. It's citrusy, it's grapefruit, it's got that rind of the grapefruit kind of aroma. It's got bitterness to it, but overall citrusy, very fresh, very bright. It's crisp and light on the palate, but it's got, again, those nice malty, light caramel flavors to it, but they're really just there to balance off big hops. The hops are nice. Again, they're zesty and grapefruity, which is classic West Coast. Dogfish Head is actually an East Coast brewery, but they really hit this one beautifully. The finish is clean. It's very crisp. It's not menacingly bitter. This is a 60 IBU beer, IBUs being international bitter units. So it's more bitter than a lot of generic beers out there, if not all generic beers out there. But because the hopping has been maintained over that whole 60-minute range, the hops are very balanced and very relaxed in terms of the bitterness, but the flavor is all there. Again, it's citrus, a little bit of pine, like hints of sweet earth, but to me it's a lot of grapefruit, that grapefruit rind with hints of lemon. Beautiful beer. I wish it was still at the LCBO. LCBO, if you're listening to us, please work hard to bring this back in. I know it wasn't their fault that they pulled out. Dogfish Head had to pull out of a lot of US states as well as the Ontario market just because the demand for this beer was so big. But as Sam Calagione said himself, they're not trying to become the 60-minute brewing company, they are the Dogfish Head brewing company. So they've got to give way for their other beers, which are also beautiful and delicious. Nonetheless, I wish this was still at the LCBO. Or bring the 90-minute. I'm fine with that, guys. Just a suggestion. So cheers if you do find a 60-minute IPA. Buy them and enjoy them in the summer. This is an outstanding beer. Cheers.